Hi again, Gregg Bell, the News Tribune here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Well, they did it. They being the Detroit Lions, pulling off a win in Lambeau Field for only the fourth time since 1992. Dan Campbell had those guys playing. We were watching it in the press box. Really, anything we wrote from the Rams-Seahawks game today really didn't have much meaning until that Lions-Packers game played out. And boy, did Dan Campbell have those guys playing tonight for Detroit. Lions beat the Packers 2016. That means the Seahawks are in the playoffs. Geno Smith, 7-year backup, 1-year contract for the last 7 years. The season after the Seahawks trade Russell Wilson, make Smith the starter. Smith leads them to a 9-8 record into the playoffs. He makes the Pro Bowl. He sets 4 Seahawks single-season records today, 3 of them Wilson's, for yards, for attempts, for completion percentage. He's going to get paid. He's $3.5 million this year with the bonuses he's earned, and now he's headed to free agency. He could make $25-30 million a year. Consider Ryan Tannehill, 35 years old, 3 years older for Tennessee, not as accomplished recently, makes $29.5 million on average a year. That's the number I think that Geno Smith and his agent are looking at. I asked him after the game, what's your grand plan between now and March, before we found out the Lions were going to extend the Seahawks season? If you had it your way, Geno Smith, what would you want it to be in March? And he said, well, it's a business. I know that. He's been in the league 10 years. He's 32 years old. He said there's a lot of decisions that have to be made. The Seahawks have to make their decisions. But I have to take care of my business and make my decisions too, I'm paraphrasing. That told me that he wants to test free agency, and why not? He's earned the opportunity to see what the open market will bear for him. And after the season he has had, even though he's had a few more downs lately than ups, he's going to command a multi-year contract, which he hasn't had since his rookie deal with the Jets he signed in 2013. That's down the road, bigger picture. Right now, the Seahawks going into San Francisco next weekend after beating the Rams 19-16. Still, some of the issues that this team has had reared its head. The interception on the first play of the game by Geno Smith, Jalen Ramsey jumping the in route for DK Metcalf. Smith said, I should not have thrown. That's just a great play by Ramsey. I got to know who it is. And it's inexcusable now. 2 games he's thrown interceptions, turnovers on the first play. It was the loss in Carolina last month. He did the same thing. And the Seahawks run defense. I thought Sean McVay was going to run the ball more. Cam Akers had a 100-yard day. The Rams ran 28 times. They passed 26 with Baker Mayfield, who completed 13 of them. Mayfield was behind on a lot of his throws when he got outside the pocket. I thought it was going to be the Rams were going to take over the game in the third and fourth quarter by running the ball more than they did. And to the Seahawks' advantage, they did not. They could have easily run 30-35 times a game and perhaps salted that game away once they took a 13-6 lead in the second half. There will be no such issues in Santa Clara Saturday, beginning at 1:30 in the NFC wildcard game. San Francisco is running right at Seattle, as we've seen time and again. That's why the 49ers on a 10-game winning streak are 10-point favorites in that game. But the Seahawks don't care about that right now, obviously. They're riding their own 2-game winning streak in to Levi's Stadium. Initial forecasts are for 70% chance of rain, which might even have the 49ers running even more. San Francisco won both meetings 27-7 in Santa Clara in September, then 21-13 here last month to clinch the NFC West title. That was while the Seahawks were losing 5 of 6 games. So they do have the momentum of a 2-game winning streak. They do have Geno Smith coming at the end of this game anyway, rebounding from his early 2 interceptions against the Rams. And they have Kenneth Walker back from injury now, 3 100-yard games in a row. He had another 100-yard game against the Rams today. The rookie running back will be the centerpiece for the Seahawks' chances to pull a massive upset on Saturday. All my coverage is at thenewstribune.com, including Bobby Wagner's return and his cheers in this stadium today, as expected. He signed a jersey and gave it his Rams 45 white jersey to Quandre Diggs after the game. Diggs, by the way, owes some Lions some vacations, huh? He said last week he called back to Detroit saying he'd pay for vacations if the Lions could pull off the win at Green Bay, and then they did. All that's on thenewstribune.com and on Twitter at GBellSeattle. Tons more coming this week as the Seahawks make the playoffs for the 9th time in 11 seasons. Thanks for watching.